our audience? Okay. Trips to theme parks are always a fun and exciting time for families and groups of friends. However, there's only one place that you can go where dreams truly can come true, and that's Disney's Magic Kingdom. Through personal experience, research, and expert opinion, I'm going to share some information with you that'll make a trip to Disney's Magic Kingdom truly a magical experience. There's a wide variety of rides and shows combined with great amenities that will make a trip to Disney's Magic Kingdom magical. Today we're going to look at a brief look at some of the rides and shows, as well as the availability of amenities that can be found throughout the park. Most people's experience with theme parks, their main focus is the rides, so let's start with some of those. If you glance at the map in front of me, which was provided by Pete Werner's website, simply named DIS, you'll notice that the land is divided, or the park is divided into 7 separate lands. Starting down the middle is Main Street, and working around is Tomorrowland, Mickey's Toontown Fair, Fantasyland, Liberty Square, Frontierland, and Adventureland. Rides can only be found in 6 of those 7 lands, with Main Street just simply being for shopping and food and stuff like that. The theme of each ride tends to follow the theme of the land that it's contained in. For instance, Peter Pan and Snow White would be contained in Fantasyland. Space Mountain is found in Tomorrowland, while Big Thunder Mountain Railroad can be found in Frontierland. The thing that distinguishes Disney's Magic Kingdom Park from other theme parks is that the rides tend to follow a theme or a story, which will transport you into a magical world of imagination as you go on the ride. 3 of the larger rides are found in Tomorrowland and Frontierland, while a lot of the smaller rides can be found throughout all 6 of the lands within the park. There's a wide range of rides found within the park as well. They have roller coasters with Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and Space Mountain. There's also an array of water rides with Splash Mountain, Jungle Cruise, and Pirates of the Caribbean. And there's also a wide variety of carousels, flying carousels, and smaller story time rides that kids would be familiar with that can be found throughout the entire park. The most popular ride, according to Insider's Guide and Zagat Survey, is Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. This is a favorite with kids, but my personal experience would say it's probably a favorite of adults as well, but they just don't tend to admit that. Now, one thing to consider when going to any amusement park is there's always going to be some safety and courtesy considerations to keep in mind. One of these is the size of the rides. They have size limitations for some children, for smaller children, for safety reasons, obviously. And the smallest minimum height of the rides is 35 inches. Nearly all the rides can accommodate physically handicapped personnel, but one thing you want to keep in mind is that you are required to be able to move yourself from the wheelchair into the ride, unassisted from any of the park personnel. And also, any rides that contain any sort of audio story with them, they have at least 1 of 4 different ways of giving listening aid to the hearing impaired. There's also a great variety of shows throughout the park if you just need to take a little break sometimes. The theme of each show tends to follow the theme of the land that it's contained in. There are 2 types of shows throughout the park. They're both indoor and outdoor shows. Indoor shows are divided between 3D movies, being Mickey's PhilharMagic. There's audio animatronics in being the Tiki Room, as well as audience participation show being Monsters, Inc. Laugh Emporium. And in that you can submit jokes through a text on your cell phone, and the movie screen will actually, the character on the movie screen will actually tell your joke if it's selected. And they pick people out of the audience and kind of make fun of them a little bit and get the audience to laugh. It's a good time. Outdoor shows there's various outdoor shows as well. There's live action shows, and there's also the parades. The parades have daytime parades, and there's also the world-renowned nighttime parade being Spectra Magic. The live action parades, or the live action shows, one is Woody's Cowboy Camp. And with that, I got to warn you, you could get roped into doing a square dance if you get too close to that ride, or too close to that show. Rides and shows are fun, but the true magic is experienced in the amenities throughout the park. There are amenities associated with the rides, with taking breaks throughout the park, and also with memorabilia. The amenities associated with the rides are the Fast Pass and the Child Swap Pass. Fast Pass is a great invention. The park was getting too crowded and the lines for the rides were going way too long. So what they did is they created this system where you use your park ticket and you get a separate ticket through a machine. And it's pretty much just like an advanced pass to the ride. There are 2 lines that go to the ride. There's the general line that you go through. It's called the standby line, and then the Fast Pass line. If you have the Fast Pass ticket, there's a certain time frame on the ticket that says when you come back, it's a return time. And with that ticket, you can bypass the entire standby line and go all the way up to the front of the ride. So it saves a lot of time. Child swap works in a similar fashion, where parents with smaller children can't go on the ride. One parent will go on the ride while the other one watches the children. And then when the one gets off the ride, they just swap spots. And it works the same, similar to a fast pass, where the parent that was watching the children can go all the way up to the front of the line, so they're not wasting a lot of time. Amenities associated with taking breaks around the park is there's a lot of playgrounds for the kids to play, where parents can just take a well-deserved time out if they need to. And with some of these, there's little water attractions that spurt the kids with water, and they usually don't know where it's at. So it's a fun time to cool them off as well on hot days. Amenities associated with memorabilia. There's what they call the photo pass. And this works very similar to the fast pass, where there's people around the park that will take your picture, and you have a little card, and they'll download that picture onto your card. At the very end of your stay, you can purchase a CD that has all those pictures taken. And what this does is it enables you to be able to be in the picture with your children. So it's a great thing. So today we've covered some of the rides, some of the shows, and some of the amenities throughout the park. With this information, you can definitely experience a true magical experience of Disney's Magic Kingdom. Thank you.